What's up everybody, how you all doing this evening? Guys, I am back for another match day vlog. It is Derby Day. Don't think I need to big it up any more than that. It's Derby Day today. Two tribes go to war today when it comes to the match. You know, we all know how big this game is for both sets of supporters. And to be honest with you guys, I am not sure how I feel about this. On the one hand, I am extremely confident at the fact that, you know, that we can actually get a big result tonight. But equally, I don't want to go into the match too overconfident. And I have to say that's one thing that I've noticed kind of recently, obviously, with the Hibs supporters recently. My fear is that we are going into this match far too overconfident. Maybe it's just me, maybe it's just, I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe it's just how it's been this week. But, you know, it's a big one tonight. I don't think there's any doubt about that. You know, derbies are always really big. They're always huge matches. And I think tonight is going to be no different. For me, and if I was Neil Lennon, team talk sorted. The team talk is sorted. All you've got to do for the Hibs players tonight, just replay Craig Levine's comments after the last derby when he claimed that the natural order had been resumed, that Hearts had beaten us. I genuinely want Lenny to have something to say about that tonight. If at the end of the day Hibs go away and win, I think it would be great for him to really stick it to a lot of people. But saying that, you know, I mean, we've kind of came back off a really quite a good bit of form, obviously. Beating Rangers and beating Aberdeen. Obviously, we had a bit of a slip-up against Kilmarnock as well, with a 2-2 draw. But let's be honest, Kilmarnock, the form team in Scotland just now. So, to me, that's not a bad result. That is not a bad result. Yeah, I'm disappointed at the fact how we conceded the points, but to walk away with a 2-2 draw, as I say, against the form team in Scotland just now, it's not a bad result in my eyes. But getting to tonight, I'm being honest, I don't know how Lenny is going to approach tonight's game. I really do hope that, you know, he goes for it. But equally, we have to have battlers in there tonight. An argument that I've been involved in on Facebook quite a lot this week was whether to involve Marvin Bartley. For me, you've got to involve Big Marv tonight. Marvin Bartley has already said how much he enjoys the derby because it's physical, he can thunder into tackles and everything like that. And the guy, for me, is an enforcer in the middle of the park. So, do we sacrifice somebody like Dylan McGeoch to get him in and have the two creative players in John McGinn and Scott Allen? Personally speaking, I would say that's the way to go. Especially when Kamberi, I think, is going to have a good game tonight. Again, is another striker who really enjoys the physical aspect of Scottish football. And equally, Jamie McLaren as well. You know, Jamie McLaren put into the World Cup squad for Australia this year, or the I can't say this word, sorry. I'm not even going to try. But the first draft of the squads for Australia in the World Cup. So he's got a point to prove as well. So it all makes for a really good match tonight. I have to say, I'm quite pleased at the fact that Dimitri Mitchell for Hearts is ruled out, to be honest. For me, you know, this laddie, he tore Hibs apart the last time we played them, just with his pace up and down the wing. You know, he was attacking fullback, obviously, but, you know, great up and down the wing, great defensive work, great offensive work as well. Struck up a wee bond with Stephen A. Smith as well. So the fact that he's not playing tonight, I'm not going to lie, I'm really happy about. Obviously, Hearts have got they've got injury doubts in John Souttar and Christophe Berra. To be honest with you, I don't know how I feel about that, because for me, I didn't want to be beating a weakened Hearts team. I want to be playing a strong Hearts team and still beating them, which I believe we really can do tonight. But we are going to have to battle. The individual battles all over the park tonight are going to be so important. And that being said, I mean, I don't know how I can call this just now. Predictions at this point, I'm going to go for either a 1-0 win or a 2-1 win for Hibs. I've got a feeling John McGinn's got to score tonight. I've just got that feeling. I might be totally wrong, but, you know, we'll wait and see what happens. But, guys, I'm going to leave the vlog at that part just now. Obviously, I'll keep up to date with you as much as I can during the rest of the night, and we'll see how it goes. But that being said, folks, let's get to Easter Road and let's cheer on the Hibs. Come on, the Hibees. Come on!
got green and white on me. Oh, it's the high beat, and we're singing sunshine on leaf. Easter Road, that is our home.
Where's bro?
Good evening, folks. How you all doing? Guys, what a result for Hibs. I have to say, that first half for me absolutely went by in an absolute blitz, to be honest. There was parts of the first half I literally cannot remember. I can't remember there being a lot of football played. I remember a couple of bits and pieces for Hearts attacking, but ultimately it was a really poor first half, it has to be said. And the next thing, you know, I said to the wee guy that sits beside me at the football, I says, do you know what, if we come out in the second half the same way we did against Aberdeen, you know, there's only one winner here and it's going to be us. And that's what happened. For the second half, we just kicked up a gear. The 50-50s that we were losing in the first half, we were winning every 50-50. I think we ran Hearts off the park. John McGinn and Scott Allen were running the show for me in the second half. I thought they were outstanding. Jamie McLaren, I'm delighted he got his goal because that's probably been his best performance at Hibs since he signed for us. And, you know, I mean, his goal was superb. You know, I really thought at one point, I thought the chance was gone. You know, he just seemed to hold off, and I wasn't sure if he was actually going to get enough time and space to strike the ball, but he managed that, and it was a great goal. Bearing in mind that he really should have had two, because he hit a cracking shot that hit the underside of the bar and bounced out, unfortunately. So all in all, absolutely delighted with the performance. I'm delighted at the fact that we got the result. I'm delighted at the fact that we've shut Craig Levein up, which for me was something that I've kept really quiet on, the whole Craig Levein situation for a wee while now, folks, because I just didn't feel it was appropriate to actually talk about it until the game was basically over and done with. And I have to say, he pissed a lot of people off with his whole natural order comment. And the thing is, he's just not lit up the whole week leading up to Derby Day. He just was nipping all the time. And Neil Lennon, to his credit, I know Neil Lennon's not everybody's cup of tea, but to his credit, he actually sat there and he just took it all. And he said, you know what, my team will do their talking on the park, and we've done that tonight. So I'm delighted at the fact that we've shut him up, because Neil Lennon, I think, hit the nail on the head. I think it was the start of the week there, I think, when he done his pre-match and just said, you know, my tenure will not be defined by derbies. Yeah, we'll win a few along the way, we'll lose a few as well, but my tenure will not be defined by derbies. I want to progress the club. I want to win a bit of silverware with the club, which he's already done. I know it's only the championship title, but we needed that. And Alan Stubbs, for all that he won the Scottish Cup, didn't do that at Hibs. Do you know what I mean? So I'm delighted at the fact Neil Lennon's got the attitude that he's got. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know whether or not Neil Lennon will be Hibs boss much longer. You know, I don't know. I had a wee bit of a ding dong with Ewan Cameron on Twitter the other day, and because he says, you know, Neil Lennon definitely won't be at Hibs next season, and I made the point to him. I says, well, tell me where he's going, and it was just, you know, the whole we'll see what happens on Derby Day. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Well, we did see what happened, and he still hasn't answered my question on Twitter, so I'm a bit pissed off at that. But anyway, as I say, I mean, delighted to get the result tonight, guys. Absolutely superb. And, you know, all eyes now to St Johnstone away next week, and hopefully, you know, we'll get another 3 points and we'll really, you know, push up towards the top end of the table, or a wee bit closer up the top of the table than what we actually already are. But, you know, to be, I think it's, what, 12 points clear of Hearts now, who are in real danger of not making the top 6, by the way. And a question that I'll post to any Hearts supporters, either any of my subscribers who are Hearts supporters, or any Hearts supporter who watches this, if Hearts fail to make the top 6, does that mean Craig Levine's getting sacked? Because Ian Cathro got sacked for less. I'm just putting that out there. But anyway, I'm going to leave the vlog there, guys. I really do hope you enjoyed watching. Please subscribe to the channel as Murray Minter 75. Please click the bell icon beside the subscribe button. That will let you know when I upload. And that being said, guys, let's enjoy our weekend, knowing that rivalry weekend on Sky Sports, we actually fucking kicked it off right, and we done it with a bit of panache and a bit of style. Fucking come on, the Habs, come on.